So, can we call this a Season 1 Reloaded update? It's probably not what you expected, but with 3 weeks to go until Season 2, we are getting something, but it's nothing crazy, unfortunately. Today, we're going to be breaking down what we learned about the coming updates for Vanguard, Warzone, and Call of Duty overall, what new items, features, and more you can see across the mainline titles and Warzone. So, as we go along, let me know your thoughts down below. Are you happy with this? A bit disappointed? Hoping for something more? Whatever the case, drop your thoughts down below. But if you enjoyed the video, do me a favor, drop a like on the video, and if you are new to the channel, do be sure to subscribe button to stay updated with all things Vanguard, Warzone, and anything COD related. We're on the road to 500,000 subscribers here in 2022, so if you're part of that nearly 70% of viewers who are not subscribed, I'd love to have you in the community. That said, let's jump into it. First and foremost, let's talk about the timing of the update here. When can you expect to see these roll out across Vanguard and Warzone, and then when can the content actually be playable for you here within either of those games? Vanguard's update is actually going to go live as of tonight at 9 p.m. Pacific time, midnight Eastern, and I believe that's 5 a.m. in the UK. So that's something that it might be an overnight update here that you jump onto immediately, or you check out first thing tomorrow, or whenever you may feel like it afterwards. Then 24 hours later, we'll end up seeing the Warzone Pacific update start going out. So that's January 12th, tomorrow at 9 p.m. Pacific time, midnight Eastern, and 5 a.m. in the UK. Now, both of these will then be time gated, the content that comes along with it, for Season 1's mid-season update on January 13th, this coming Thursday at 9 a.m. Pacific time, noon Eastern, and 5 p.m. in the UK. So there is going to be that little bit of downtime in regards to, you can still play the game, but the new content that comes along that's usually ushered in by the Warzone update going live, that actually will be held off for a couple of hours, about 12 hours at that point. Now, each of these updates should be having their own respective patch notes from Sledgehammer and Raven, though those will likely be going live later tonight for Vanguard's and then later tomorrow night for Warzone's update overall. And for PlayStation users, I think that the Warzone update and Vanguard update are going to be preloadable here. I think Vanguard's actually is already, though a fair warning, if you do preload it, apparently players are having an issue where it will not let you access Vanguard, just like we saw with the Season 1 update, where it says that update's actually required to play the game, even though it's not actually installable just yet until 9 p.m. Pacific time tonight. So just bear that in mind. But let's talk content. What can you expect to see here when this does actually go live at 9 a.m. Pacific time, noon Eastern, 5 p.m. in the UK, this coming Thursday? The first and biggest thing here that we've talked about that I'm really looking forward to is the new SMG of the Welgon. Now, we actually did get a little bit of information from the blog post on Call of Duty about this a little further, in which they talk about some new details that we didn't quite have with the Season 1 launch blog we ended up getting the last time we saw this mentioned. They mentioned that there are actually two different magazine conversions here for the 380 rounds and the 25 ACP rounds, which can make this a weapon that acts however you want, whether you want something faster firing and more accurate, or something that's more powerful that's a 2 to 3 shot kill. So that's something that will definitely be interesting to see how this all works out. This will be available for unlock via challenge in either multiplayer or zombies, but it's also mentioned that it's going to be coming with the store bundle called Reserve Steel, which will give you immediate access to this, but it is something that, again, that's behind a paywall. It's really up to you if you think that it's worth it to jump the line and do that immediately, or if you want to grind out the challenge. Right now, we don't know what the MP challenge will be, but we actually did from Treyarch's preview blog for the new zombies content coming in, the 115-day stuff happening. We ended up learning that the challenge for the Welgon and zombies is to get 5 rapid critical kills with an SMG during 50 different portal objectives. So that's something that will take a little bit of time, as they all do, but it is something that unlocks it for free in either zombies or, again, with a currently unmentioned challenge within multiplayer. Now, also included with this update, we'll end up seeing the brand new operator of Isabella, finishing off Task Force Trident. But again, as we've talked about, this one's kind of inconsequential, really kind of irrelevant to me, just because it's a $20 operator, and again, not really getting anything out of it other than just having the operator. You guys may totally enjoy operators. That is entirely fine if you do. It's just never really been my cup of tea or my jam, so I'm going to kind of just breeze past this one. That's going to be available within the update as well, but kind of the big thing out of what they're pushing here for the content side, at least on multiplayer between Vanguard and Warzone, is that Attack on Titan crossover, which may be surprising that that's kind of the big lead here of this, but this was previewed more than anything because it's not going to be coming at launch of the mid-season this upcoming Thursday, but instead it's going to be going live a week later on the 20th, a little bit after that mid-season update. But this collaboration will be coming in the form of the Tracer Pack Attack on Titan Levi Edition bundle. This will be a 10-item store bundle that is kind of a relatively odd twist on things for those that may have expected a true incarnation of Attack on Titan in the game, like its own operator, but this will include a skin for Daniel that allows you to be a Survey Corps member, and will include a few weapons and finishers and other things alike. The Titan Piercer weapon blueprint blueprint is the one that they're really showing off. That's a melee blueprint that models the same blades and swords from the anime and manga, so that may be of interest here for you. But also coming along with that is the Historia Sten blueprint, it looks like, and also the Ymir Curse Volk, I think that is. Now, I'm assuming all of this will be for 2,400 COD points, and it's a cool crossover, but perhaps not as large as you may have liked or expected. Either way, it'll be coming as of the 20th, and you'll be able to pick it up then. Now, if you do end up picking that up later on down the line, if you'd like to help support the channel a little further, you can always use code Espresso in the item shop for Vanguard and or Warzone, but only if you want. Don't ever feel pressure to do so. For fans of the anime and manga, this is kind of the first bundle that I'd maybe even consider worth buying. Personally, I haven't bought anything in Vanguard yet. Nothing stood out to me. But again, if you pick it up and you'd like to help support the channel in the process, feel free to use code Espresso in the item shop. Now, outside of that, the only other stuff that was sort of content-wise that was previewed was some zombies changes, and honestly, some very good ones, I think, but also some things that may leave you wanting a little bit more. Now, the biggest thing here for me out of this is not necessarily the addition of a brand new round-based zombies map or classic survival elements here, but instead, they're incorporating survival gameplay in the existing experience already, offering a new objective of survival coming to Shino Numa. So that's something that you'll be able to, in 3-round bursts, play Shino Numa in the way that you may expect to play zombies, where it's just an ever-increasing horde of zombies and you have to stay alive for as long as possible. Now, to go back and pack a punch and everything like that, you will have to wait until those 3 rounds are up to then go back to the staging area of Duranfang, but you can always go back into the survival and jump right back into it. That's an objective that will never go away, as they state, so that's definitely something that's cool. It's not really what I expected or what I was kind of hoping for in regards to bringing back the classic zombies feel, but it's a twist that I'm not honestly bothered by. It's not exactly what I would have wanted, but also I don't think it's a terrible addition here. Now, also, we'll see a Pack-a-Punch camo here, 3 of them actually, coming at launch of the mid-season update. We'll see Von List's office, a new area in Duranfang. The pause feature is apparently coming soon, and from what I've heard, that's an issue because it's a dedicated server host for zombies games, which I guess creates issues with that. I am no game engineer. I have no idea how that all works out, but server pause is coming soon. But then they end up by saying that there's plenty in the works for Season 2, in which they name off multiple wonder weapons coming, more survival gameplay, which makes me wonder if we won't get a round-based or survival-based classic map at all this year, which will be interesting. A new Dark Ether entity, a new enemy type, a new objective gameplay, and new operators possibly coming, as they said, in Black Ops Cold War. An interesting twist here that is going to be now updating 2 zombies games instead of just 1, but we'll see how that all works out. As of recording this, we don't have anything detailed in regards to some of the coming changes that we'll see in Vanguard on a technical side of things. We of course know that we have a couple of things previewed, that weapon tuning, that Panzerfaust adjustment and camo challenge tracking, things like the mortar barrage adjustments. So those are all scheduled and logged, hopefully coming as of tonight with the update as well. Warzone, on the other hand, is something that kind of stirred up a little bit more controversy. Whereas we were expecting Raven to kind of preview what's coming in terms of changes and all that kind of stuff, earlier today, Raven ended up tweeting, "The cash economy in Warzone is one of the core pillars of the experience. With that in mind, we recognize that the current experience lends to an overabundance of cash. We're working towards a more balanced approach. Updates will come as soon as we hone in on a solution. As always, we see and appreciate everyone's feedback, so keep it coming." Now, I don't know about you guys, but that's not something that I have heard anybody ask for a change of. If we're talking about cash and the overabundance of it, it's probably due to the fact that people can't buy loadouts earlier than the end of the first zone closing in. I mean, $10,000 is a whole hell of a lot more cash than not having any money. So naturally, when you have that on hand, because you can't spend it where you want to spend it, obviously that's going to inflate how you see the numbers of cash on hand. I don't quite know what's going on with Raven and with Warzone right now, but it seems like every step of the way, everything is not what players want, but instead the exact opposite. So hopefully this doesn't go into effect as we see or as it seems, but right now that's something to add on to the list of things that may be coming as of the update tomorrow and with the mid-season update. For right now though, that is the mid-season update and what was previewed. So let me know your thoughts down below. Are you guys liking what we see here out of the mid-season update? Think it may not be enough content? Whatever the case, drop your thoughts down below. But that said, that's where we're at. So thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, do me a favor, drop a like on the video. And of course, if you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a single thing running all things Warzone, all things Vanguard. Whatever the case, if you're interested, hit that subscribe button. That said, thanks so much for watching. My name is Espresso. I'll see you guys later. Take care and peace.